Well, I'm back. Just spent 3 months not allowed to drive or ride. But this is my first time back on the bike. Hopefully it don't rain on me. We've been getting a bit of rain lately. Where I was operated on is all fully healed. And it's a bit of a strange feeling getting back on the bike, but I'm enjoying it already. So my format that I've been doing or using is going to be a lot different. I won't be going out in the bush by myself anymore, purely because where I had my little fallover was pretty remote, and if I had hurt myself that I could not get up and get back on the bike, I could be still laying there waiting for someone to come along. Feels so good to be back on the bike. I will be going on dirt roads, I just won't be going into more remote areas. I do have to stay off really rough roads for a while yet. Same as I've got another bit over a month before I'm allowed to work, which I'm not sure what's going to happen because the owner of the company that I worked for passed away. So that is pretty much gone. So when I'm allowed to go back to work, I've got to find another job. And at my age, I don't really want to find another job. I'm going to have to. so good being back on the bike. Hopefully the camera's working a little bit better. I watched a heap of YouTube while I was off work, finding out how to set this camera up, because to be honest with you, I had no idea. I just thought, shove it on the helmet, turn it on, and away you go. But there's 501 settings, and each setting makes a big difference. So I found a YouTuber that would explain how to set it up for motorbike riding, and that's what I've got it set on at the moment, and hopefully it's better than what it's been. I just put it on 4K, thinking I'd get really good footage. Well, the footage turned out not as good as my old Hero 4. Which I was really disappointed in. So hopefully it's better now. For anyone who doesn't know what happened to me, I was out in the bush riding by myself. Generally when I come to a hill that looks a bit steep for me to have a go at by myself, I'll stop and turn around. This time I started going down this hill, and then the hill just started getting steeper and steeper and steeper. So I thought, shit, this is getting too steep. So I turned sideways on the hill and stopped, overbalanced, and fell down the hill. And done a little bit of damage to the bike, but not a great deal. But hit my head on the ground, like with my helmet on, and yeah, it was a solid hit, but I got up, shook myself, said, "You're a bloody idiot," picked the bike up and found my your way out of there and went home. Hurt me back a bit more because I was suffering with a bad back to start with, and I think that's one of the reasons why I overbalanced. And then 5 weeks later, I couldn't walk properly. I was dragging one leg. And I just thought, it's just me back. And then the next day, I was having trouble picking stuff up with one hand. And I thought, that's not right. That's not me back causing that. I must be having a stroke. So, jumped in the car, drove up to the hospital. The doctor came out, took one look at me and said, "You're not having a stroke, you've got brain damage." And I said, "What do you mean I got brain damage?" And she said, "Have you had a hit on the head?" And I said, "Yeah, a while ago." And she said, "Well, that's what it is. You've got brain damage. You've got a bleed on your brain." And which seemed awful strange to me because I've been hit on the head way harder than what I was then. So they sent me to John Hunter Hospital in Newcastle. Operated on me. Drained the blood out. I don't know how they drained the blood out, whether they hung me by my ankles or what they done to get it out, but anyway. And then told me I wasn't allowed to drive or ride for 3 months, which I didn't like that idea, but anyway, that's the way it is. So I'll show a couple of pictures on here. If you don't like seeing a bit of gory stuff, don't look at it. Yeah, so it's all healed. You can barely even see where they cut me. There is a couple of divots where they drilled holes in my head, but that seems to be filling up fairly quickly. This is so good to get back on this bike. Now, as a result of the accident, I had to rethink a lot of things, and I had a Yamaha scooter I used to ride to work. I sold that. My Royal Enfield, I sold that. Someone who watches my videos actually bought that. I was surprised when he said he watched my videos. And my car, my old Holden Colorado. sold that. So now the only transport I got is this bike, which was fine up until now. But I have got a new car, a brand new car on order. I'm not going to say what it is. I'll tell you what make it is. It's a Toyota. And shame on Toyota for not making all models available within a few weeks of them being asked for. Like, it's been 4 weeks since we ordered it and there's still no sign of it. Shame on you, Toyota. Shame. But when I get the new vehicle, I will do a quick video and show everyone what it is. Because for me it's going to be epic, purely because I've never had a brand new car before. It's going to be so good. This thing that I'm getting is the top of the line. I went all out. If I was going to buy a brand new car, I bought the best I could get. I'm not going to say any more about that. I will show you when and if it finally turns up. My good friend that I used to work with made a baffle for this exhaust, and I think it's slightly better, but it's still not good enough. Well, you might have to pull it out and do a little bit of modifying with it. I don't expect it to get it as quiet as the standard exhaust, but just a little quieter would be good. It is quieter than what it was, but my biggest problem at the moment is the cops around here. As soon as they hear a modified exhaust, they will pull you up and throw a defect on the bike. And book you as well. And I don't need that happening. time I rode, it was stinking hot. The sweat was pouring out of me most of the time. And now I've got three layers on underneath this jacket and I'm still feeling cold. We're coming into winter at the moment. It's going to get a lot colder yet. I'm going to turn off down here, and there's a few nice twisties just up here. Road's a little bit on the wet side. There's been a shower through here. Ooh, very wet, very slippery. Today I'm just gonna coming over here just to visit my brother for a few minutes. It's just so good to be able to get out, have a little bit of freedom. My poor wife's sitting at home, she's stressing because I'm back on the bike. Oh, look at the rain out there. Hopefully that's not coming. All I can say is thank God for Woolworths home deliveries, because there's a bus goes past our front door that we catch to go into town to do a few things, but you can't bring much groceries home. So Woolworths home deliveries, they're brilliant. Anyway, that's about it for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with a little bit more madness.